You are likely aware of the Wallowa Lake Dam Rehabilitation Project, but did you know the new and improved dam could raise the water level of Wallowa Lake by 7 vertical feet? This would have drastic impacts on the habitat of the Wallowa River Delta on the south side of Wallowa Lake. The current 27-foot dam at the north end of Wallowa Lake was successfully completed in 1929 to irrigate 16,000 acres of farmland in Wallowa Valley. On the upstream side, the dam raised the water level of the natural moraine-cupped Wallowa Lake by 28 vertical feet. In 1996, the dam was deemed high hazard and limited to a 72% water storage capacity. This meant the dam would only be filled to 20 feet at the max. In 2020, a memorandum of agreement to reconstruct the dam was designed and signed between the Wallowa Lake Irrigation District, the Nez Perce Tribe, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, and the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla. This memorandum stated that if the dam rehabilitation project was fully implemented, the irrigation district could then hold more water in the reservoir, with the understanding that an improved dam would mean the dam would include fish passage, targeted to help native sockeye salmon reach their ancestral spawning grounds in Wallowa Lake, which is one of the only 2 sockeye spawning habitats in Oregon. ODFW, along with the tribes, would then start a sockeye reintroduction program. Included in this deal was a promise from the irrigation district to allocate more water for in-stream flows in the Wallowa River system for the fisheries, a great collaborative process on paper. After challenging years spent obtaining the funding for the dam project, the construction of the dam was proposed with a trap and haul method for salmon to migrate up from the river to the lake. Both tribes in the memorandum sued over this, and in December 2025, the Oregon court ruled in favor of the tribes that trap and haul operations aren't fish passage. The current proposed dam now includes a fish ladder, and its construction proposal is slated for approval. However, there is still an issue with this that no one is talking about. Realistically, based on the capacity of the proposed dam, there could be a 28% increase in water volume behind the dam, which has the potential to increase the water level of Wallowa Lake by 7 vertical feet at peak storage. This would have drastic impacts on the habitat of the Wallowa River Delta on the south side of Wallowa Lake. Opposite the dam, it's known as the head of the lake, where Upper Wallowa River drains from the mountains directly into the lake. This area is characterized by a series of braided channels and cottonwood trees shading a lush ecosystem. The Nez Perce or Nimupu word for Wallowa River Delta, or the area where the river braids, is Wallowa. The term translates to winding water or the land of braided waters. Its name was used for the entire Wallowa Valley and for the Wallowa Band of the Nez Perce. The Wallowa Lake State Park, which hosts up to 800,000 visitors every year, would undoubtedly be affected by the flooding from the proposed dam as well. Countless families from across the state of Oregon and around the nation visit the south side of Wallowa Lake to camp, hike, fish, and just enjoy one of Oregon's most unique environments. Before the original dam, the Wallowa River Delta was historically larger and provided much of the salmon spawning habitat at the time. Salmon like cold, clear, shaded water to make their nests, or redds, in well-rooted banks. While we only have part of the original delta presently, it would be a shame to see a water level increase devastate the remaining habitat. Due to the high water flooding from the proposed dam, it is likely that most of the trees in the current delta would die, and when the lake level would recede down at lower levels, it would leave dead trees in a barren, sun-exposed delta. Not ideal fish spawning habitat. Because the ground is so gradual in this area, even a small increase in water level can spread out horizontally a surprising distance. Additionally, there could be serious erosion impacts for landowners on the west side of Wallowa Lake, as well as the east side where there is a buffer of trees between the lake and the highway. The Nez Perce tribe also purchased the land adjacent to the Wallowa River Delta where Wallowa Lake Lodge is, and the high water could impact this property in addition to the river system it sits beside. The proposed water capacity increase of 28% is a problem for the people of Wallowa County, the visitors of Wallowa Lake, and the environment of the lake itself. Although we are getting close to a fix on repairing Wallowa Lake Dam, it will take another proposal, and one that includes surveying and reporting on how much an increased reservoir fill could impact the habitat at the south end of Wallowa Lake. The Wallowa Lake Irrigation District needs to make a compromise on the amount of water allowed to be retained in the lake, for the sake of these serious environmental, social, recreational, and economic concerns. The public comment period for the dam construction proposal ends on July 26, 2026. Please submit a written comment to the email address below. focus on why there should be a regulated maximum high water level for Wallowa Lake, or suggest that the new dam be proposed with a lower maximum capacity than the original. Copy and paste the one in the description, or write your own. But either way, do it now, before it's too late.